Okay, folks, before I consign this to the e-waste disposal bag that I've got at home, not disposing in the landfill, as in throw it in the bin. This is not going in the bin. This will eventually go to a recycling depot where e-waste is processed, hopefully as safe as possible, safely. Even though you get the feeling there's no way of safely dealing with e-waste. There's so much of it, and so much of it surely can't be recycled, which is a real pain. So we're going to maybe leave it at 100. The vertical is what we've got to enlarge. So I don't know if we're going to enlarge this. I think we're going to leave it at 100. Fuck it. Okay, let's see what this e-waste is. It's a common kind of e-waste that commonly ends up in the bin where it shouldn't. It is humble. It's a humble battery, Energizer. Well, it's not so humble the way they're advertised. They always like to make the advertising really. So you don't throw it in your bin. You got to fucking recycle. Yeah, you can take them to places like Officeworks, for example. They recycle used batteries, but it's best to use rechargeable batteries whenever you can. That's the way to go. Rechargeables. Rechargeables are the way to go, folks. These were some old batteries. I don't know why I use those. I've got some rechargeable ones that I use these in my torch. I've had these for quite a bit of time, and that's come up looking really it's small. But the word Energizer looks nice there. I do think it'd be nice if I could enlarge it. It's going to be challenging trying to roll something at a large enlargement. Not easy things to use to make roly-polies, and unfortunately it looks nice, but we lost the E for Energizer, so that's a downer. It's a bummer. So maybe I can move it up. Maybe we can reduce that size a fair bit. We're going 370 by 370. It's going to be a little bit small, the enlargement, but it'll make it easier. It'll make it better, hopefully. So we can just move that away from the edge a little. Yeah, that's come up looking quite interesting. The word Energizer, the way it's become. I think we could utilise that. I do like that bit there. I don't like the way it's still close to the edge, but I think it could make a really nice mirror image. Maybe we'll do another one just to see if we can make it better, because it's really difficult trying to get this to roll nicely. And again, we got the E too close to the edge, so we're going to now just reduce that further. Yeah, that's come up looking really quite interesting, but not quite what I'm after. But then we've got a nice flary bit there that could potentially make something. Yeah, okay, we're doing it differently this time, folks. We're not going to utilise the whole of this trade name. This is going to the recycle. So we're not going to fucking throw that into landfill under any circumstance. Going to enlarge this and make this into a mirror image, and we're just going to have just part of the writing there. Something different. So yeah, battery. Okay, let's see how we go with that. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting. I actually don't like it, actually. I'm actually going back to the drawing board. We're going to go back to what we were doing. So we're going to make it, I think it was 360 by 360. Not happy with that result. So we're just going to take this paper away, and we're going to just grab the battery, and we're just going to utilise it again and see if we can do a better job. And there's something sticky up there I don't like. It's stuck to the... I just can't find where... Yeah, it's just a bit of something yucky. Something stuck to the copy, to the platen cover, or the dock feeder, should I say. So we're just going to, oops, a bit rough, sorry folks. So we're going to just line that up like so. That should work, that looks like it worked a treat from what I can tell. They're tricky to do, these narrow items to roll. And again, we've cut the E off. We keep cutting off the fucking E of this battery. And even when we make a really good demo, a good piece out of it. So, I don't know why we keep repeating our fucking same bloody mistakes. We're going to just put it up against, right up against the edge. Fuck it. No more fucking away from the edge. Sorry, this is taking time. Yeah, that looks a lot better. And the word Energizer is illuminated quite nicely, even though it looks a bit bright. It looks like, yeah, we can make something out of it, perhaps. And even this one looks quite interesting, looks intriguing. Going to make this into a movement piece, and we've even got the top of the battery, which is really a bonus. So yeah, Energizer. So yeah, I don't think we can go any better than that much. I'm going to focus our concentration, I think, mainly on this. So going to we're going to make it a movement piece, folks. I think 200 is too small, is too large. Yeah, that looks really quite interesting, but it's not quite what I'm after. So just put it on the pile there. Maybe we can make it 100%. Tricky, folks, tricky. Yeah, that's come up looking quite a treat. I think we can work with that. I do think. So yeah. I was thinking of getting rid of the voids. I do wonder if maybe we could cut it off there. Maybe cut it off there. We'll see how we go, folks. So that's come up looking a treat. We've worked that one well overall. So now we're just going to take our piece and we're going to enlarge a certain amount. So we're just going to overlap it like so. Okay. Horizontal is going to be 140 and the vertical is going to be 150. So yeah, I'm glad I decided to revamp it, and I think we've made it too big on the vertical. And the horizontal is, yeah, it's a little bit too big. Maybe we could move it across a bit as well. I think we've made it way too big. This will be a prolongated demo, folks, as often these demos do get. And there, that looks really that looks better overall. I do need to maybe move it across a bit, maybe enlarge it a bit less on the vertical, maybe move it across. I've moved it too far, so move it across. So just going to keep it there, and maybe the vertical will be a lot less, or a little less. Yeah, that's come up looking a lot better. This is starting to look really nice. Maybe a bit more on the horizontal. Maybe we do want the E in the word Energizer to be there, to make it like that. So a bit on the horizontal could be maybe 140. Yeah, that's come up looking quite nice now. We've got the horizontal looking nice. I do wonder, so this is our first, I do wonder if this is the way we're meant to have it. If maybe I should, I don't know if it's going to look any good. Let's see how we go. Yeah, these roly-polies can be very tricky to make happen, and it's easy to get into the trap of accepting a piece of shit, because it's just so difficult trying to make it work, I must admit, folks. Sometimes the human interferes with what the artist wants by trying to, basically get the artist, in my case me, to compromise, because it's too much, it's too hard, it's too fiddly, it takes too much time. But then I feel shit when I look at the video to go, oh, fuck, bastardry. So yeah, it's a nice reward, especially when I've done a prolongated demo and it turns out looking good. Yeah. Nothing worse than hitting what I call a bum note. We can't avoid bum notes altogether, but we can minimise them by putting effort into what we do as an artist in my book. So let's see that this is the last one that I just got to position this. That one there and this one here. Anyway, Energizer reimagined.